And here we are again with another lesson. And let me tell you, it's a doozy. Oh my god. Is it easy?
No,
It's
I
not.
don't know.
We were talking about this lesson for quite a while, and I'm kind of scared to do this lesson. But you know what? Let's get to it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. We have
은 and 는.
yeah, in and in, right? These are the topic markers, and you're like, what is topic marker?
Topic marker is like you're talking about it.
Yeah, you're talking about it. It's what we're talking about in our sentences. So you attach in and in to let people know this is what you're talking about. And then you're like, what? Why do I need to do that? I know. But actually, it's going to get complicated. So get ready. So at first, let's. How do you use it? How do you attach it? And then if you look in our previous videos, you probably know if it ends with a consonant or vowel, right? So right here, we have onul. Onul means today,
Today.
and today ends with or onul ends with a
Real.
real, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a consonant, right? So we need to use
은.
in right here, and then oj means yesterday, and then it ends with a
Vowel.
vowel, so we need
는.
nin. So, all right. So if it ends with a consonant, in vowel, nin, right? Simple as that, right? No, it's easy, right? Like the subject marker. And I brought up the subject marker for a very specific reason because in our next sentence here, we have
이 식당은 비빔밥이 짜요.
yeah. So right here, we have 이 식당. That means
This restaurant.
at this restaurant, bibimbappi. The bibimbap is jayo,
Salty.
salty, right? The jayo means salty. So here, I attach in to 식당, which means we're talking about the restaurant, right? Right? Now she's laughing because it's gonna get complicated later on, and you're wondering why. Okay, don't worry, but just know that because you attach in to 식당, that means the topic, what you're talking about, is the restaurant, right? And then the subject marker is e,
Yeah.
and it's attached to bibimbap, right? So usually when you attach the subject marker, that means there's like a verb of some sort, you know. And here it's jayo, right? Salty. So we're saying the bibimbap is salty, right? We're not saying the restaurant is salty.
Yeah.
We're not saying that, right? Where the topic is just the restaurant, but the subject has the verb, okay? So bibimbap, the bibimbap is salty, okay? So that's how to differentiate between the subject marker, yinga, and the topic marker, uninen. But, you know, sometimes it's very confusing, even for some Korean people, right?
It's gonna be more confusing.
I know, we kept saying that because, you know,
Yeah.
I worked on this for 2 weeks and I still don't understand properly. But just know that yinga and uninen can be interchangeable. Like sometimes you use e, sometimes you use un. And just know that even if you make a mistake, you use in when you should have used inga. I think people are going to understand, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. So don't worry about it too much. Just know that and inga are there, and you can kind of switch it up if you want. Sometimes it's probably not natural, but they're gonna understand. So don't worry about that too much, okay? And with that, let's get into the nitty gritty. It's gonna get confusing from here, okay? Now, I think for beginners, just know that you can use in and nun or ienga and don't worry about it. But if you want to know specifically, well, not specifically, like the nuances of in and nun, we're going to talk about it. Don't worry about it too much, but if you want to know, keep watching, okay? So here, let's say, oh,
이거 뭐예요?
yeah, 이거 뭐예요? If I'm saying to Donna, hey, what is this, right? And then she has a fruit platter, right? A bunch of fruit. And I said, hey, 이거 뭐예요? What is this? And then she's going to respond,
딸기예요.
딸기예요. Oh, it's a strawberry. Then there's another fruit, right? There's another one. Instead of just saying 이거 뭐예요? 이거 뭐예요? 이거 뭐예요? You can say
이거는 뭐예요?
이거는 뭐예요? And then I'm just adding 는. So what am I doing with the sentence when by adding 는? It's kind of like what?
Yeah, it's like you ask the same question but different topic, like about if you ask it about the strawberry, and then you wanna know about the watermelon. So 이거는 뭐예요? Like same question,
but
but
there's a different thing.
yeah, different thing.
Yeah, so it can also kind of mean like, oh, what about this? What about that? You know, even though you're just adding 는, it changed just a tad bit, just a little bit. Like, just talking about, you're talking, just saying the same question, but just a different thing, a different object. So you can say 이거는 instead of just 이거 뭐예요, 이거 뭐예요. 이거는 sounds a little more better, right? And then she's going to respond with 수박이에요. Yeah, it's a watermelon, right? That's too easy. So right here, just know that when you're asking the same question, you can ask 는, and it has the same meaning. It's like, oh, what about this? What about that? Okay.
Like when you repeat.
Repeat.
Right?
Yeah. You repeat the question. All right. And then that is one way you can use 는 differently, and it changed the meaning just a tad bit. And I do want to talk about like when you're introducing a topic for the first time. In English we have and the. Use when you like introduce a topic, like, oh, I bought a new hat. And then you want to talk about the hat, right? I introduce a topic about the hat, right? And then I'm going to say, oh, I bought a new hat. The hat is pretty. The hat is big. The hat. We don't say a hat is big. A hat is expensive. That sounds kind of strange, right? So we need to use the, right? Same thing with, in Korean with in. So here, Don is introducing the topic here. Oh,
모자가 예뻐요.
yeah. So literal translation, it does mean like, oh, the hat is
Pretty.
right? And then she's introducing the topic, right? She's introducing the hat, right? So she's gonna use ga, right? Ga, right? Now here's Donna
Yeah.
making her face. She's like, is that correct? Yeah. Okay. And now she wants to keep talking about the hat, right? She want to continually talk about the hat. So instead of using ga, she's going to use 는. Same thing like, oh, I bought a hat. The hat, right? So 모자는 커요. The hat is big. 모자는 비싸요. The hat is expensive. So when you introduce a topic, start with ga, 이인 ga, right? Then 는, right? Okay, so that's another way you can use 는 and change the subtleties of the sentence a little bit, right? Just change this a little bit, right? Just a little bit. The next two is going to be a little more complex, so get ready. The next one, actually, it's quite simple, really. It's about comparing and contrasting. So I'm going to have two sentences here.
이 가방이 커요.
This bag is big, right? This bag is big, and
And 그 가방이 작아요.
yeah, that bag
Is small.
is small, right? That bag is small. So here we have two statements, right? This bag is big, that bag is small, right? But what if you want to compare them? Instead of using 이 or 가, the subject marker, you can use 는.
이 가방은 커요. 하지만 그 가방은 작아요.
Yeah, by using and 는, you are comparing the bags instead of just talking about the bags. So your sentences become more like more complex, like you're getting your idea across easier. So right here, 이 가방은 instead of 이, right, is big, and 하지만, what is 하지만? But. So if you want to compare and contrast, you can use 하지만. It means like but, right? But 그 가방은 작아요. That bag is small. So when you want to compare and contrast, remember, you can use in and then to do that, okay? And 하지만 if you want, if you want to do the but, right? Okay? Like if I say, my friend is tall, but my other friend is short, right? We're going to use in and then for those sentences, right? Okay? And then the big one, the most confusing one.
Another 은은 it's where it's located. It's really different nuance.
Yeah.
So we are gonna talk about it right
Yeah.
now.
Okay. So I think we talked about this sentence earlier, right? Without the end this time. So in this sentence here, we got.
이 식당 비빔밥이 짜요.
Yeah, we talked about this, right? This restaurant, the bibimbap is salty. Now I took out the and grammatically might be a little problem, but just know this sentence means at this restaurant, the bibimbap is salty, right? Now let's add in to the sentence right now. So we add in, and it changed the meaning quite a bit. Okay, so we added into the sentence, right? So instead of saying 이 식당 bibimbap, we're saying 이 식당은 이,
이 식당은 비빔밥이 짜요.
yeah. So by adding into 식당, so the topic
Is
become
the restaurant.
is the restaurant, right? So by adding this, it means like this. Like get ready. It means I don't know about the other restaurants, and I don't care about the other restaurants, but this restaurant here, the bibimbap is salty. So because you add in to 식당, you're talking about the other restaurants too, and you're saying you're not sure about the other ones, but at least this one here, the bibimbap is salty. So there's so much nuances to the in and in. Like it does change things quite a bit. So just honestly, you don't have to be careful about it. Just even if you say this, or like in our next sentence we have here, right? 이 식당 비빔밥은 짜요. And then in this case, we have un attached to bibimbap, right? So the topic becomes about the bibimbap, not the restaurant, right? So when you're saying this at this restaurant, the bibimbap here, I don't know about the other items. I don't know about the kimchi jjigae. I don't know about the fried rice, but the bibimbap here, this bibimbap is salty. Now you look at Donna's face, she's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, cause in the green sentence, I mean, 이 식당은 비빔밥이 짜요. Like you definitely know the bibimbap is salty here. But the third sentence, 이 식당 비빔밥은 짜요. 이 식당 비빔밥은 짜요. I think the third sentence, you know other food, other menu is not salty.
Oh, okay. That's what it means now. I get it. So you're saying if we attach in to the bibimbap, we're saying
Because it's like before we said it's comparable. So the other food, other food are not salty.
and the bibimbap is salty here. Revelation. Yeah, we understand it now. Finally, it took 2 weeks, but we got it. So here, if you attach into bibimbap, you're saying bibimbap is salty, but the other items are not salty, right? You just said
Yeah,
that.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
이 식당 비빔밥은 짜요. So when you say 이 식당 비빔밥이 짜요,
It's just like a
Yeah,
statement,
you
right?
know,
You
you
just
know.
know this.
you know the bibimbap is salty, but you are not.
Talking about the other things, right?
So you don't care, or you don't know, or you don't know, whatever. You just wanna talk about 비빔밥이 짜요. But when you say 비빔밥은 짜요, it's like you know something about other topics, like other menus. 비빔밥은 짜요. So other menu, you know some more information. Is that? Sorry. It's
No,
so
that's correct.
confusing.
Yeah, it's confusing. Even now, it's like I kind of get it now. If you say bibimbap은 짜요, you kind of know, like, oh, I know this. I know the bibimbap is salty. The kimchi jjigae is not though. But did we talk about kimchi jjigae in our sentence? No. But by saying bibimbap은, you're saying that also.
Yeah, it's like hidden meaning. Like if you say 비빔밥은 짜요, it means you know about some other topic too, like other menu too. But if you just say 비빔밥이 짜요, it's like you don't know if you know about
You don't know about the other items, if they're salty or not.
yeah, it can be you don't know, or it can be you know, but just focus on the bibimbap.
Yeah.
But if you say bibimbap은, it's like you know some other thing too, you know?
Yeah, you know about the other items too.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, easy. It's super easy. Super easy, right? Oh my god.
So in here, the second sentence, 이 식당은 비빔밥이 짜요. If you say that, then you must know some other restaurant.
Oh, you know about the other restaurants too.
I mean, you have some information about other restaurant too. 이 식당은 비빔밥이 짜요. So you can it's not about you it's salty or not, you know.
You're talking about the other restaurants for 식당은, right?
It means there must be another restaurant around there too. So there is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Totally.
It's
It
like
it just means that you know about the other restaurants.
So 이 식당은 비빔밥이 짜요. If you say that, you know another restaurant too. I mean, doesn't matter about the salty or not, bibimbap or not.
Yeah. Well, the main idea is the restaurant.
The topic.
The topic is
so,
about the restaurant.
So there is some other restaurant information too. You know. Does that make sense?
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah. I get it. Do you get it?
Do you get it?
We'll probably honestly, we talked about 4 different ways how 은는 is used, and there's some nuances, some hidden meanings, and it is quite difficult for a Korean learner, right? For a Korean learner. So I want to say, just don't worry about it too much. Just use your 인가, your 은는's. Don't worry about it. Once you get into the nitty-gritty, when you're learning at a very high level, that's when you will know when to use 은는 and 인가, right?
And if you confused about some sentence, then write down on a comment.
Yeah.
We can explain it.
Yeah, write it down in the comments, right? And then, actually, there's a few more things with 은는, some nuances also, but let's not go over those. I think these are good enough for now, right? Right? Easy.
What's it?
No, even for me, I'm still having a hard time. But just know that,
Simple.
yeah, it's simple, right? Just know that there's 이응가, 은는, and then they're interchangeable. Sometimes you use 이응가, sometimes you use 은는, and it's okay if you make a mistake because they will still understand you, right? Right?
Yeah, I mean, 은는이가 is the most confusing one. I know, not one of the most confusing one in my opinion, because as a Korean, when I learn English, we always confused about the a and the and you know.
Yeah, the some nuance of under and do.
Do.
Even though do doesn't mean but that's how we use it. Oh, I got you coffee. It's hot though. I'm not. So you have to be. So it's quite difficult, right?
Yeah.
But
if you have some confusing sentence about 은는이가, you can write down on a comment, then we can try to explain.
we can try. We're gonna do it, okay? we're gonna explain everything perfectly. You're gonna understand everything, okay? And with that, guys, as always, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit the like button. Leave a comment or your question about your confusing sentences. And guys, my name is Tara.
My name is Dana.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.